5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hello everybody, and welcome to a very special video. Hello,
Mardi Gras.
How are you?
Yo.
How are you today?
I hate my life, I hate you, I hate Tony, and I hate everyone else in the college, which is just Viper. I hate everything.
Yes. So, what a great way to end off the year, huh? Filled with hate. What about positivity, or what about optimism for the future?
I'm positive I will kill myself by the end of the day.
For the new year. Because that's right.
I am positive I won't make it to the new year.
Well, that's going to put a damper on our plans. Because today we are bringing you a very special video, and this is basically going to be a year in review, New Year's special of sorts. Because I'll be honest with you all, it's my opinion, and I think most people will share this, that 2013 has been our biggest year as far as a group is concerned. The advancements that have happened this year, the stuff that's gone on, it's just great. We're going to talk about that first. Let's say who's here. I'm Messina.
I'm Barteran.
I'm Aldic. No, I'm Kai.
I'm Viper.
And LJ may drop in at some point during this. I don't know. I'm betting he's asleep, but maybe he'll come on. We'll see.
It's like it is 5 p.m.
Yeah.
Central.
No,
so I don't know why he'd be sleeping.
It's not even 4:30.
Okay, it's 4:30. It's not even 4:30. But even still, it's like, how long has LJ been asleep?
Probably because he stayed up all night watching District 9 with us.
Yeah, well, so did I.
So did I. I woke up at like 11 this morning.
I went to bed at like 5 a.m.
It was like 4 in the morning for
I
me.
just want to
That's
teleport.
like 3 for him.
I just want to teleport to LG's house and whisper to him, "Happy holidays."
No.
That would wake him up.
Happy holidays.
Wake him up and slip into a murderous rage.
Oh, you watched District 9? Oh.
Yes, we watched it without you, Viper. I'm so sorry.
I tried to get a hold of you last night. I'm not sure if you saw.
Oh,
It
it was like day before yesterday. I kept dropping in and out of sleep. I was like, "Hey, Messo," and then I wait for you to reply, and then I fall asleep.
Yeah.
Then
maybe you should go to bed. For once in your life.
Yeah. Okay, so we're getting derailed. We're gonna stay hyper focused. So.
No, seriously, all of us have the worst sleeping schedules in the world.
I know, right?
Viper's sleep schedule's gone off the rails.
Yeah.
and into a lake.
That's what always happens when you join our.
And it's still going into the ground.
That's kind of our curse. As soon as you join this podcast, your sleep schedule gets like immediately ruined. And my sleep schedule is now so bad. I plan my school schedule around my broken sleep schedule. I have like classes that are taking place like at noon at the earliest now because I just don't want to go to bed so early. I'm sick of that. So
I hate going to bed so early.
Be that a lesson for anyone that wants to join TTV. You be miserable.
I like being extremely tired and then going to sleep because it's like the best sleep ever.
Very true.
Yeah.
So now that we've talked about our sleep, let's
If you disturb a sleeping Viper, she will grab your throat and chuck you across the room like Mr. Incredible does with that dude.
All right then.
Well, thank you.
I'm just warning you all.
Info.
I'm glad you live across the
we're
ocean.
here to talk to you about today is a myriad of things. However, first and foremost, we'd like to kind of recap the events of the last year. And boy, what a year it's been.
Oh man.
So I can
It's been-
summarize the 3 major things which have happened to us this year, even though there's been tons of other stuff. And they are, number 1, the new content schedule. Number 2, MakutaFest. There's a minor echo. Like,
Tumor Fest.
Viper, yeah. MakutaFest. And number 3, our interview with Greg Farshtey.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
That
Also-
was so exciting. I remember as a fan seeing that, I thought I was tripping.
We
She was
was like-
tripping on fumes, bionicle fumes.
I was like, wait, what? And then I thought you were gonna say that the interview was cancelled in one of the videos.
Yeah.
Like, no.
There was a scare that
And
it
then-
Oh
was.
yeah.
It was amazing. I was like, oh my god, this is like the best thing ever.
Yup.
Oh,
It was.
You can't forget 4,000 subscribers too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
4,000
And,
people are a heck lot of people.
Our new.
I feel so sorry for all of you.
Cast members are no longer. Yeah.
So first off, we'll talk about the new content schedule a bit, and that's kind of what kicked us off into this positive spin this year. It all started a long time ago in a chat room far, far away. No, I'm kidding. Basically on Skype earlier this year, we were talking about, correct me if I'm wrong, my memory of how this came about exactly is pretty hazy, but I think I've got it under control. We were talking about another project of ours that we hope to do at one point. It's a Halo machinima called Operation Winter Solstice, and we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
And we were discussing releasing that and making it when BioCraft's done. And we came to the realization that our channel up until that point had been home to only 2 things, one of which being BioCraft, the other being the podcast, which we'd only recently moved over to YouTube in that year of 2012. And we realized when BioCraft's done, what's going to fill the void on the channel while we work on our other projects? And even so, where do we put these other projects? Do we put them on this channel where we have Bionicle fandom, or do we put them on another channel where we can kind of start fresh and have a different content spin on that channel that's separate from LEGO? And it was a big conundrum, but something that was agreed out of all of it was we need more stuff on the TTV channel, because in between BioCraft projects, we want to keep people interested in the channel and keep interest alive, and a podcast every week probably wouldn't cut it. So we brainstormed a bunch of ideas and we came up with a
Boring.
bunch of different series. But Var, this isn't boring. This is our success story.
Boring.
One of them was yours.
We have no
Bionicle
success.
Autopsy.
Bionicle Autopsy sucks.
No, it-
TTV sucks.
no, it
Life
does not.
sucks.
That is like the series which catapulted us into.
Bionicle rap battles.
Hey.
Oh my god. 2014
What?
Bionicle Rap Battles. Let's
Dude,
do
we
it.
have to do. I will write tons of other rap battles for you right now.
Right now.
I guess one of
Right.
those parodies technically was a rap battle, so.
Yeah, I should make more of those. But no,
It's so
Bionicle
hard to find good
Autopsy.
songs for that, though.
You should talk about that a little bit. Are you happy with the success that your series got, and will continue to get?
Well, yeah.
Most controversial.
No, yeah, hands down.
I
Var
don't know,
was
there's
poses
not really
the
much to
tough,
say about it other than hooray.
Var poses the tough questions and gets people thinking, and to see the truth. And we had a ton of controversy about it because of the whole return of Bionicle.
And even
aspect.
some hate.
Oh yeah, even.
Oh yeah, we got some flaming.
Oh, we definitely got some hair.
But
That was fun.
it comes with the
If you-
territory.
If you can't take the heat, stay out the kitchen.
Yes.
Exactly. No,
Wait, we're in the
that's-
kitchen. Can someone make me a sandwich?
Huh.
Yep.
Not me,
Viper
unless you
versus
want food poisoning.
And yeah, no. Yeah, I don't
Yes.
trust Viper with my sandwich.
I will say, all right, I do remember at the beginning of this year, and it's kind of ironic. At the beginning of this year, we were like, we have to put more content on the TTV channel because it has the most subscribers. And at that time, subscribers were like 700, like 400 to 700 ish.
Yeah.
At the end of last year, we were like, we need to get, it's like this is the. I can't imagine that we're gonna get any more subscribers on any other channel. We need to start doing this now. And this year we have 4,000 subscribers. We've literally like done over about
That's
basically
like way more than double.
500%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
500% increase in the subscribers.
I find it difficult to
That's-
even name all the stuff we've done this year that contributed to it. We had,
Thank you, people.
yeah, thank
I
you,
know.
Thank
all of you.
Thank you for the fans.
It really amazes me, first of all, that as the years go by, we just keep doing what we're doing, and people care. People actually want to hear it. People find it funny. People enjoy our content, and it's just an amazing feeling. And I thank all of you.
I did. We also we've gotten, and something that we didn't really expect, and that you don't really hear a lot of people talk about. We've been getting actual comments.
I know,
now
right?
On our videos.
That's what matters to me
getting
more than subscribers.
more
Yeah,
than
same.
anything, more than any subscribers. We get feedback and comments and active fans in the video. Before we used to be like, oh, we spam comments, oh, put this if you want the old YouTube layout back.
But then maybe on BZP
Hi,
we
this
get
is
one or
Bob.
two
He
people
wants to
saying,
take over
cool,
YouTube.
cool episode.
Yeah, exactly. Where oh yeah, cool episode. When's Minecraft coming out? Those are our comments. And now we have dedicated people. Now I know we have people that comment and that make Crow's been doing
yeah.
absolutely fantastic.
I see
love
Crow
all-
stuff everywhere.
Crow
Oh,
stuff
God,
is so
Crow,
he does
Crow.
so much good stuff, and even people like Steven Villman always gives us a laugh.
And a lot of
I
feedback.
don't think he intended to give us a laugh though.
Shout out.
I'm not sure if he did, but
Post
shout out to you.
gargantuan comments filled with feedback.
Gargantuan comments.
and
All
We've
these
got
other people.
Frodo Bell who made us a
Frodo
fan
Bell.
series.
Man,
Oh my god, dude, yeah, Frodo Bell stuff. Oh, speaking of Frodo Bell, by the way, I checked an email that we used to have, 3virtues@gmail.com, without the 3, it was in the number,
Yeah.
it was spelled out. And I noticed that in the email, Frodo Bell had sent us a picture of mocks of us, which were really cool, but I felt kind of bad because he sent it to an email that we don't use. And
Yeah.
it was just by chance that I found it.
Yeah.
It's really the 3. Okay, our email is what? The 3virtues@gmail.com with the actual number 3. So it's
Yeah,
THE.
it's a 3, not
The
T.
number
not
3.
THEE, it's
But
3.
we also, to be fair, we don't really check that email out too often. We check the channel a lot more.
Yeah, nobody sent.
I guess
there.
the best way to reach us is really in the comments because we check those very regularly.
Or PMs.
Or
Yeah.
PMs on BZ Power, right?
No,
or
well, both.
through
Both YouTube and BZP, really.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
But
yeah.
I was gonna say,
I mean-
I can't even begin to think of all the different stuff I have to try to think of the stuff we've done this year. We've got the
Oh, man.
Autopsy series, we've got On eBay Today, Invictus Analysis, Recap Reviews, Live Pretentiously, we got a couple episodes of that going,
Yeah.
and we have, the Ever Present podcast. We've got even more stuff in the pipeline. We've got some one-off videos. I did my whole Mardi Gras coverage thing earlier in the
I
year.
remember that.
They got 300
Yeah.
views.
I know. Well, actually,
And yet it's one of
You
our
think
most
that-
continuous jokes ever.
I think. Oh yeah, it has 446 views. Yeah. Anyway.
This is part of the more pretentious we got.
And
I
also
guarantee you that.
the thing is, it's not just 4,000 subscribers that I see in the past couple of days how many views we get, and we haven't just got dormant subscribers like Justin Bieber's Twitter page, but
Wow.
Yeah.
we've actually got people who watch and keep up to date.
Well,
Very
let's also be
recent.
fair. We have 4,281 subscribers as of the time of this recording, and we average
Yeah.
out nowhere near that as far as views go.
Yeah, we don't have 4,000 views, but even still, that's a lot more than any what I would have expected, especially from basically a fan podcast about a dead toy line.
Yeah.
Bionicle ended when I first joined. When I first joined, that was when Bionicle ended. That's 3 years ago.
And not only
and
are
the
we
thing
still
is-
going, but we're doing better than we were then.
The
We're
thing
doing
is,
better.
because Bionicle is such a niche market, and it's
Yeah.
since the beginning, it's probably was going to be difficult because it's such a small market of
And
people.
yet,
We're doing really well. It amazes me.
Hey,
I
know.
can't say thank you because I haven't been here long enough, so I'm kind of still part of that little fan base because that's where I actually came from.
You've been a fan of ours for about a year now, right?
That's what I also want to. The greatest thing now is that we actually have a cast member that came from like a direct fan of ours. We like all our other cast members before. We were like old friends. We knew.
Yeah,
somebody,
we had to invite people on.
We had to invite people on, and now we could put out a casting call for a very specific and very kind of rare type of host. And
here she is.
Comes Viper.
Yeah, here she is.
And here she is, and she's one of the best hosts we've ever had.
I know, right?
Please, you're making me blush. Stop.
I nominate Viper for MVE, Most Valuable Employee 2013.
I'll be like SpongeBob, just have a whole wall of employee of the month.
Holy employee of the month.
Yes.
I've got to be employee of the month. No, I'm kidding. I'm just so grateful to be part of this because I've loved your channel for ages because, bring back all the nostalgia of Bionicle. It actually got me back into it. And I'm looking more deeply into the story and
fueling the Zach 10 craze.
Yes. That must be a trend. That must be a trend.
Bringing Bionicle, or not like keeping a Bionicle like discussion going has always been one of our the forefront things that we've tried to do here at TTV.
Yes.
I'm glad that we've succeeded pretty well in terms of at least coming up with stuff to discuss about, coming up with new ideas and discussions and analysis and all this stuff that we've done throughout this past year. Looking back on this toy line that was a big part of our childhood. I'm glad that we're still able to do that. I'm glad that a lot of people, even Viper says, we've revitalized interest in people over the years. I think that's a much more better direct way than sending a lot of signatures.
And that is where all our new series came in this year, because they all, with the exception of Live Pretentiously, were Bionicle focused. And even though On eBay Today has been put on hiatus, and Autopsy is coming back in the future, right, Var? You have stuff in the pipeline?
Yeah, it's just a matter of having enough time to sit down and make the videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why I am, as much as we joke sometimes about all the recap reviews, their consistency, I am glad that those are consistent and every week, and most importantly that they are Bionicle, because that.
I'm glad LJ has no life, so that he can continue to make content as filler until we get Bar's actual content. I'm joking.
It's strange because I think about it. Who would I be if I did not find out what Bionicle was?
That's a scary thought.
My life would be completely different. I would be
Dude, I thought of this before too, because my entire future, my plans for a career and everything, it's kind of stemmed from my passion.
Basically,
for this.
Yeah.
Bionicle was it's like a black ink on a blank page on my life. It just turned my life. I became a tomboy because of Bionicle, and now my life revolves around. That was really bad.
No, but yeah, we get it. I mean, honestly, Bionicle made me realize how easy it is, and or not how easy it is, but how far out you can get your opinions and your voice on the internet nowadays. Beforehand, I would have no idea. YouTube channels would just be something that somebody else was popular at, or somebody else could do.
Long topics and long rants and stuff, and dealing with that.
It's just it's I mean, it's really changed. Not only a big part of my childhood was being entertained by the story, keeping up with the sets, but even now after it's ended, I've learned a lot about management and focus groups and publicity and just getting all the stuff that you need in careers and business and law or whatever else you want to do. A lot of it just comes from applying yourself really directly, and that's what Bionicle has led me to do. It's led me to apply myself in all the stuff we do here in talking and stuff, and writing, drawing, comic making, comic reception, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, my entire life I've struggled to express myself to other people because I'm afraid of what they're going to say, if they're going to judge me negatively about it. But now, I've found people that that share the same interests as me, I'm able to express myself more, and that overall makes me a more happy person.
Yeah.
Because before, I just had to be quiet. I was probably the most quietest person ever. I never said anything because I had nothing to say.
Now you do.
Yeah. And
now I have my voice.
Not only do you have something to say, you have 4,000 people to say it to. That's really something. It's like, we don't even live in the same state. None of us even live in the same state. The fact that we can all like get together and talk about something, just a subject that unites us, and like, put it on the internet, that's great.
Yeah.
The power of the internet.
Exactly. But anyhow.
So that was the first big thing. The content schedule, the channel growth, fun times, Viper. Now for the second big thing. MakutaFest 2013. So this was the fourth year. Was it the fourth? 2010, 11? Yeah, fourth year of MakutaFest. And it's actually funny because we got a bit of a rocky start with it this year as far as promotion goes. We got a late start. And because of that, it was technically our smallest MakutaFest ever as far as cast. Not cast, sorry. As far as audience, because we averaged about 100 people, and in the past we've gone above 100 into 200. However, the catch with that is that the majority of people this year were actual people talking in the comments rather than guests.
Yeah, that was really good.
I success here.
I would take actual people over guests any day, because guests just kind of, they linger and, they hear, and that's great. I'm glad that people can are entertained by just sitting and hearing. But active participation is really important to me, and I think to everybody else. Like the fact that people are willing to participate and willing to like do stuff in the comments was amazing. I'm still not 4 years of MakutaFest. I have not yet been invited as a freaking host.
Nope.
On that stupid event, and I will not be this year either. But I will be calling in.
If they'd stop relying on me to host the server, you could have my spot.
No. We did it last year fine without you, but you were missed.
True. That is true.
Was amazing. It was my first one. I stayed up till 4 o'clock in the morning, and I still didn't want it to end.
Yeah.
Not much has changed for you, huh?
Not really.
You weren't bored by the excessive Q&A.
No, even though I didn't want to win anything, it was so fun. The people on there just had me in stitches.
Yeah, TumaFest.
Tuma Raider.
Yeah, so obviously when you think MakutaFest this year, if you were there, you gotta think Tuma. And for the people that weren't there, you gotta say, how the heck did that come about? Well, it was all because Vin spoke.
Honestly,
Chuma instead of Chima, and people were like, Chuma? Well, like Tuma, and people were like, lol, and then it just kind of spiraled out of control from there.
We actually did plan TumaFest for a long while, and eventually turned into the Chronicles Convergence.
But we still may do an actual TumaFest joke.
We might, that might be we'll do a joke thing. I've always wanted to do an event where we all pretend to be somebody else in the cast.
Oh. I thought you were going to say bionicle characters. I was like,
well, naturally, bionicle characters could be very fun too. But it's just, like we've kind of, at least for a large part of this, the core, we've grown up with each other.
Yeah.
I've been here since I was like 15. Messa was here since he was like 12. And now, I'm technically officially a senior now in college, although I'm more of a junior. It's a long story, but yeah, that's where we've gotten so far. That's where we are right now, and it's very, very relieving.
Yeah,
that we've gotten here.
But MakutaFest was great. Unfortunately, the prizes have been marred by unforeseen issues and stupid Bricklink sellers not responding for months at a time and not actually
not anybody home.
Bricklink. However, it's a work in progress. The actual event was fun.
next time we'll definitely be able to pull our stuff together and get more stuff out there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And next year we're gonna start promoting it earlier to get a bigger audience, and we're
Bigger
gonna have it
audience,
earlier because
Really?
yes, it's gonna be held in July this year.
Oh, nice.
The reason being, there's a multitude of reasons. The biggest reason being that we'd like Var to be there, and even though this year was his first time missing it, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's always been kind of touch and go because you're usually out of town that time of year.
Yeah, pretty much. It's always been hard to schedule it for me because I'm usually about to leave or gone by then.
Yeah, and then that time of year is when Brick Fair is, and we always are like scheduling stuff around that. And it was a nice idea. We had like a 3-year streak where we made it, not 2 years on August 1st, 2 years on August 7th, and now we may try for a different date. And there will be more details on that as we get closer and that time
of the year. Yeah.
And with that being said, the third biggest thing, not necessarily in that order, but just the third one we're talking about, is Greg Farshtey interview.
That was absolutely.
This was a big deal, and like the history behind it is pretty simple. I just said one day, you know what, I may as well do this because we were following Greg Farshtey on the Lego message boards, and we were like, so here he is after he got forced off of BZP. He's come to the LMB.
I'd like to ask a life and death question. Do you like pizza?
Yes, being asked stupid questions like, do you like pizza? And repetitive questions about stuff. This is the life Greg Farshtey's been forced into in the LMB. But I said, you know what? I may as well try this to ask him if he wanted an interview. And if he refuses, oh well. And if he says yes, that'd be fantastic. And he said yes, just like that. Now, there was a bit of a minor scare because he almost wasn't able to do it because he sent me an email saying that there had been some controversy behind the scenes and he'd been forced off of the Lego message boards. However, he then came back because apparently it was all resolved. And the interview went off that hitch, and we never inquired as to why exactly that happened because it doesn't matter.
I was very glad.
We planned and we planned for nights and we wrote questions and we did all this crazy stuff and we had it and it went great. And the reason it was a big deal, obviously, it wasn't just because we were getting to interview him, but it was because he's basically been radio silent for years because, more like a year and a half, 2 years, ever since he got forced off of BZP due to that law. And coincidentally, right around that time was when the serials dropped off.
Stop.
So nobody's been able to get a hold of him except for certain people on BZP asking him questions about like the Red Star via email. And obviously everyone's wondering what's up with Bionicle. Will it ever come back? The serials, certain plot questions. So it was a community service as well as a fun thing to do for ourselves, personally.
I'm just grateful that we have an author of Bionicle and writer of Bionicle who actually still keeps in touch with the fans as much as possible.
Oh, yeah.
It's a shame that, there's stuff that stops that from happening more recently.
Yeah.
And he is talking on the Lego message boards nowadays about Ninjago and whatnot, and like shipping in Ninjago between characters and all sorts of crazy stuff like pizza.
Love doesn't exist.
And yeah, it was fun. Does anybody else have any comments on the Greg interview?
All right.
It was cool and such.
That was great, man. I think that we learned how to interview people.
We've done it before.
Well, we learned how to do it the correct way, which was my way. No, okay. I actually very enjoyed that. A lot of the stuff Greg was talking to us about behind the scenes was very enlightening. I had some doubts about some of the stuff he had introduced at the end of the serials and stuff, and I was very surprised to see like all the stuff he had planned and how he had different methods and subjects and like stuff he was going through at that time.
Yeah.
To make that work. So I was very excited. I was also excited to look at a kind of behind the scenes look at how Lego does stuff.
Yeah.
I think that's like very important for like a lot of fans. A lot of fans don't necessarily need to know everything, but there is some points where everybody was kind of like worried what's going on with Lego. Why have they done this? Why did they cancel this? And it was nice to have this kind of person to look behind the scenes and says, it's because of this thing you wouldn't think of, but in a business sense it makes a lot of
especially on YouTube where there's always a lot of misinformation running amok.
Yeah.
About stuff.
Yeah.
It was good to get clarification.
We got an actual Lego employee here and stuff. That'd be nice.
And the whole like nice. When he gave us like the inside look. I don't know everything, but when he gave in the inside look about 2005, I think.
Yeah.
And that forcing characters to do things that weren't like, and giving advice about writing, because I've actually taken that advice into account.
Right.
And it was great hearing a writer's opinion on how stuff works.
Exactly.
The stuff you said about writing a story about your best friend, that was very insightful and
terrible leader.
I thought I like that a lot.
But no, it was fantastic.
Anyhow.
And now, I don't really know how long we want to talk about this, but I guess like this was all from the channel's perspective. It's been a fantastic year for us in growth and growing and all sorts of crazy stuff. But what about us personally? How has 2013 been for everybody? Has it been a good year? Has it been a mediocre
Very productive.
Productive year. Kahi, you're always talking about how many movies you've seen this year.
I saw so many movies this year. It's because I've had I got 2 jobs. I guess that was a thing this year. I moved from my community college to the university. I got 2 jobs. I had a lot more money, so I was able to do a lot more stuff. Buy a laptop, all this great stuff. And it was a very entertaining year. I've hung out with a lot more friends. My friend circle has like expanded tremendously. Not just the people I meet every day, but like the people I hang out with and doing stuff. So 2013 was really productive for me. I was very like I'm the kind of person that doesn't just watch movies. I kind of like sit down and analyze them after I'm done. So I have too much stuff to say about all the movies I've seen this year, and everybody here has probably seen the extent of everything I wanted to talk about.
Oh yeah.
Because I rant about it for Jonathan Kent and the ending of Elysium and Pacific Rim Sword and just all that great stuff. Catching Fire, Hobbit. There were a lot of good movies this year, and there are also a lot of movies that could have been better. So, that's you get your good and bad, but that's my year in a nutshell.
I remember this time last year we were all on board the Halo 4 hype train, and that was the big theme of the channel. We were like, we're gonna do Halo 4. We may do Halo 4 gameplay, game nights with fans. We're gonna do our machinima, and it's just gonna be fantastic. And then it didn't actually pan out that way.
Well, Halo 4 was a bit overrated in my opinion.
Just a smidge.
We overrated it all. I wish we could have. One thing I really wish we could have done, I wish we could have done this year actually, is to get our first initial reactions off Halo 4 back when it came out, and then like a year later to tell our opinions, because they vary so much. I remember at the beginning we were like, man, everything about this game is so great. It's like it's absolutely perfect. It's so much better than Reach. There's no annoying grenade inconsistencies. There's no armor lock. There's no the maps are bigger, the game looks prettier, the loadouts are great, instant respawn is great, everything works great. The map's completely changed.
Not all those things are very true, like you just said.
The thing is, I was a bit...
Yeah, no, I still agree with a lot of those things. It's just that 343 was terrible at keeping up with the game.
Yeah.
I was a bit iffy about, the changes, especially the respawns and the Spartans only, because I'm an elite lover. I like elites, and
You're
it
an
kind
elite
of
lover. Well, then we're gonna
Wow.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Animal
what
cruelty.
what?
Oh, good lord.
Okay, so
Oh.
carry on, but
Oh my god!
carry on.
Yeah, I all I wanted to get Halo 4 for was the actual campaign, because it looked the
Yeah,
graphics
same.
and the story.
Campaign
It was a
good.
whole new saga, and now it's like I'm not as interested in Halo anymore.
The
Sadly,
campaign was good. Spartan Ops was fantastic. Multiplayer was
give
half
me
and half.
the chip.
Yeah. Well, there's no
Surrender
reason why on the next
AI!
episode of the TTV podcast. I know it's like, after the 1 year mark, but we could still talk about it. Yeah.
I guess it would be funnier to hear our reactions, but we can still do it. What about you, Meso and Var?
Well,
What's your? Oh, I guess Viper too.
this
'cause
year
you
has
kinda
been
interrupted her.
pretty fantastic, if I had to say. However, if I had elaborate, nothing really has happened to make it fantastic. It's just been a good year in general. Not much has gone awry with me. I've just lived the Meso life to the fullest.
For me, not much has changed.
Okay.
My presence here has been lacking a bit, but because of that, I've had more time to focus on school and whatnot in life.
Yeah. How's that
life
going? I
is so
remember
much
at one
more
point you were
improved.
saying that you spent so much time on here, your grades were suffering and all this.
Yeah, first time I've had straight A's in a long, long, long time.
What happens when you don't let us?
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said earlier, join TTV, you become miserable.
For me personally, this is probably been one of the most productive years of my entire life. But what's been happening around me has been really horrible. It's been a horrible year for the community I live in, because there's been really horrible things that have happened. But me personally, I feel so much more confident, and I believe in myself more.
Believe in yourself.
Oh yeah.
Optimism.
Believe it.
Optimism.
Though my grades might suffer.
No.
And so will your sleep.
Exactly. That's how everything goes.
Sleep
I
is
will
for the
actually.
weak. I'm kidding.
I do want to actually say real quick here. One thing I didn't really forget, but I did have a very good vacation this year. I took a month-long vacation in Colorado, halfway with my family, halfway by myself. I was in a conference up in a leadership conference up in Colorado. It was very nice. Just got to meet a lot of friends, people, and stuff up there, and it's really refreshing because I do this very. I like playing the character I usually play on TTV. Kind of like the super pretentious rich guy, or the rich wannabe. Tony Stark imitator-ish. I really don't know how to, the live pretentiously kind of person. But it's actually really refreshing to go up to some other place and to not be yourself, because that sounds way too generic. It's still just to kind of relax and learn about stuff.
Yeah.
Learn about different things pertaining to beliefs and worldviews and all that kind of great stuff.
Living the Shahi life.
Yeah, that's very great. One of these days, I feel like I should do a TTV episode as the real Kahi and not as the fun character Kahi. It's really fun. It's really fun to play. Have you ever wish you could be a total jerk to everybody secretly? Because that's what I get to do here on the internet every day.
Oh, I just do that anyway.
I wish I could do that. I wish I could be a jerk, but I can't.
Well, you should be probably glad. You are kind of a jerk.
You're a jerk to your sleep.
And my teachers.
Look at what you've done. Look at how you've done.
Hey, you're not supposed to disrespect your teachers.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm nothing compared to some people. At least I don't complain and question ways of life to teachers and wasting their time.
Why is 2 + 2 4?
What? No,
Yeah,
like,
why does 2 + 2 have to be 4?
Like,
why can't
why-
it be 5?
Why do we do maths? We don't need it in our lives.
Yeah,
Why do
math.
we do science? Why do we do English? Just deal with it.
Math.
You do know
That's
how
exact-
to count.
that's how
You
they
must
say it.
know
That's
how
how
to
they say it.
count. Like, I know there's calculators around, but what if a freaking calculator broke? Then what are you gonna do? Oh my god, what are we gonna do? It's the end of the world. The calculator's broken. Oh my god.
On the internet.
That's what Google said.
Google.
Google. Exactly.
Oh, man.
I do remember there's one point where people were like, "Oh, you're not gonna carry a calculator all the time with you," and then they invented smartphones,
Yep.
and then the teachers fell silent. But that was, that's just
Hey,
how
people
life
used to
goes.
carry abacuses around.
That's true.
Like the Ravens still do it.
Abacus the Tormentor. Oh wait, that's Obelisk.
Wow. Abacus.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
Well,
okay,
yeah,
just real quick,
this has been our
because
year.
I do have to kind of go.
This has been our year.
those
Now
jobs, so
let
it's
us delve a little bit into plans for the future. Kahivar, I'm gonna let you guys handle this because you're most involved with some of this stuff.
Screw that. I quit.
Okay, let Kahi explain then.
Wait, no, I don't
Oh.
quit. Kahi, you're fired. Now I quit.
Thank you. Now I have only 2 jobs instead of 3. No, we've been working pretty hard. We've been working pretty hard on getting a lot of new stuff ready for the new year. Like we don't want to stop expanding or just keep where we're at. We want to do a lot more things. So I guess like the biggest announcement and that me and Barb have been working on tirelessly. And by tirelessly, I mean that we took a lot of breaks and stopped to watch Inception in District 9. The TTV website.
Oh, we've been working pretty hard on it. Let's be honest.
We have really. So we've been working on the TTV website for quite a while. It's been this idea that we've had in our minds. We are pleased to announce that it'll be launching very, very soon. By very soon, I mean definitely within the next month, possibly within the next week or 2 weeks, or it's much sooner than Biocraft, to put it gently.
Which is still coming.
So, which is still coming, by the way. Don't ask about it anymore because LD will probably kill you. But it's still coming. So the TTV website is something we're gonna start posting all of our content up on there. We're gonna have a lot more all our events and announcements, all that stuff, cast list, applications, all that stuff. You want to apply to be a guest host on for an episode, which we're still pretty open to doing that, right?
Yeah.
If you want to if you want to submit fan stuff that you've done, we're always open to, especially when you're seeing fan projects or fan stuff. Who is it? Frodo Bell just released his Christmas special.
Yes.
LD's Epic Quest for Mangosteen. And it was pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. I had some good laughs over that. It was pretty great. But so that kind of thing is all going to be there. TTV, the TTV website. We're looking to get what URLs we're going to be using and all that kind of great stuff. But we'll be announcing that as soon as it comes out.
Yeah.
A lot of mumbo jumbo, a lot of
Also, we get a lot of new logos, new artwork, new theme song.
As you may have noticed during this episode, we have a new picture and we have new music.
We do.
New music. It'll be the
music.
the new common thing. Trying to make everything a little more universal and uniform.
Yeah.
Got a new YouTube banner.
The new logo, especially.
Yeah, you probably already noticed the new YouTube banner. That's been up for about a week now.
I haven't seen anybody comment on it. I don't know if people have noticed it or not.
Well,
No,
I guess a lot of people don't actually go to our channel. If they're subscribed to us, they'll just see it in their feed.
Yeah.
So they might not have seen it.
Yeah, but by now you've probably seen our new logo, which is
In the videos.
In the video, yeah. Finally, we've got a new background as opposed to the one we used for 2 years now.
The logo. I like the logo. It has Mactan in it.
I put that there.
You may notice
especially
it's not the
for people.
traditional UDD symbol.
I'm
Yeah.
just joking. The whole thing is amazing.
There is some copyright things that we're trying to avoid and whatnot, which is another reason why we've started changing a few things.
For instance, the TTV podcast instead of necessarily the Three Virtues.
Yeah, you'll
Yes.
probably hear it be referred to as TTV podcast rather than the Three Virtues. So
Yeah. because it has a lot of copyright. And,
Even though I'm not
religious
positive the Three Virtues is copyrighted, it's still a change we're making.
Well, it also has
yeah.
religious context.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah. So we don't want to get too confused, people. You will people that hopefully will spot all the Easter eggs that we put into the new image and the new logo. We did. One obvious one is that it has on both sides. It has the last comic cover and the first comic cover, and in the middle one there's Madanui and Makuta facing off. But there's a lot of stuff even within the logo itself they're very fun Easter eggs that dedicated fans like yourselves can look for. And if you discover anything that you think is valuable, put it in the comments below, because we love comments, like we said before. That's one of the things we look forward to.
So we have the website, and what's next?
What's next? Contracts. We are starting up a new little contract program that we're gonna do. We're gonna have it's just so we can keep hosts active and get bring in some new
really nothing that matters to
nothing
listeners,
that really matters.
but it's
If you want
basically
to
a
see
new.
more details about it, we're gonna have it up on the website. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically,
Exactly.
it's for everyone here that we have currently working for us, and maybe those in the future that are interested to know how our policies are. Basically, it's some policy changes.
We used to
Keep
have this
things
stuff
more
on the old
professional.
website, and then we didn't
Yeah.
because we had no website.
So, around every 3 months, you might hear a new voice or so, or see some changes happen to cast list. But aside from that, there's not gonna be anything really.
You may have noticed we're expanding our cast a little bit, so.
Yeah, it's huge.
We're wanting to get a lot more stuff. We used
And
to
with
have,
that, some new videos too.
Oh yeah.
So.
Yeah. All right. Do you want me to introduce these things? We have.
Sure.
We've been working on a lot of stuff. Right now, joining us right now is
look
LJ.
who decided to come join us at the very end of the
The
episode.
very end of the episode, LJ Tolo Mangustine.
Happy holidays.
We're doing
Happy holidays,
Oh.
everybody.
Happy holidays.
I forgot it was TTV time.
It's
You're
not
fired.
a proper TTV episode. Don't worry. It's actually the New Year's thing, and it's perfect
Yeah.
that you're here because you can give your thoughts about the year and stuff in just a minute. But Kelly,
Yeah.
go
So-
on.
Yeah, let's finish this off real quick. We're gonna have we're really hoping to get some new Bionicle skits and Bionicle little comedy things going on.
Yeah, some
I have a new
animated
yeah.
series and everything.
we have an animated series in the pipeline that I've been working on for a long while.
That's
and
pretty
called,
funny.
TTV, the Real Life Machinima, which is based on, if you look at the first videos on our channel and see the old episodes of TTV, the Hail Machinima.
I think those are made private.
Yeah,
Are
those
all
are made
made
private
private
because they
now?
suck.
Oh, then you don't have the privilege of seeing that. But it's kind of an in joke. But I've been working on the scripts and animating and stuff, and so far everybody seems to think it's hilarious. So I hope you guys will enjoy that. And last but not least, in addition to all the things that were going on, the new Let's Plays that are coming up, the Jago coverages that we're planning to do this year. One of the things we've been really excited to do, we've been working on for a really long time, has been a series called History of Bionicle. And it's a retrospective, comprehensive look.
It's basically the opposite of Autopsy, whereas Autopsy is more about the lore and the community as a whole. This is going to be more focused on the story aspect of
Story
Bionicle.
time.
Exactly. And so this is going to be, kind of a refresher of story for people who, maybe aren't too up to snuff or forgotten a couple of things along the way. So we've been kind of exactly. There's a lot of fans that want to know a bit about it. So we're creating a kind of what you need to know for Bionicle for each year. And we're grabbing stuff from all over. We're grabbing stuff from the books. We're grabbing stuff from the comics. We're grabbing stuff from the video games, the movies, everything. We're compiling it down and giving you all the stuff that happened within that story. And possibly after that, we're going to do some some character bios or character kind of videos just centric around certain characters or certain things that happened, certain events. Just to kind of get people, kind of refreshed on the story at large, because the Bionicle story is really large and complex. And if you didn't have the money to buy the books, like a certain person that is talking right now, you can get refreshed on everything that happened in a clear video format.
Hey, we must get Bionicle books on Kindle, people. I would have brought Kindle for nothing.
You did get a you got a Kindle for no, you got an iPad. Never mind. Yeah, that's so much better than a Kindle.
Wait, can you get them on iPad?
I don't
Yeah, Apple Books. You can get books on iPad. You didn't know that?
I don't know. I don't think you get the Bionicle books.
I don't
You
know
just-
if they're there or
I'm not
not.
sure if they'll have Bionic ones.
I don't know if the graphic novels are also available.
But yeah, no, yeah, you can use your iPad as an e-reader.
Yeah, so we're gonna get all of that and put all of that into a really nice presentation. Get all that stuff done for us. Just it's something we really wanted to do, and we're excited to announce it coming up this coming year.
And
of course, BioCraft
Convergence, and yeah.
and that too. BioCraft is going to come at some point. Chronicles Convergence is coming very soon. Master Leone.
All I'm gonna say
You
is
know that?
this: we bit off more than we could chew in the holiday season because nobody really wants, with Christmas dealing with that, to do and plan for a live event that's not really on anyone's priority list, especially because it's different than what we've done in the past. However, we've got a pretty nice submission list. We've got an absolute ton of submissions from fans and affiliates alike. So we're pretty good to go in that regard. It's just a technical aspect of things. So once we get that squared away with, it'll happen. It's definitely going to happen sometime in January, and I'll tell you it will be on a Saturday. So that narrows it down a bit. Yeah. Saturdays in January. But as far as an exact date goes, yeah, no info at this time.
Yeah. It's a good thing that I guess that we're having two events now. One in MakutaFest in the summer and Chronicles Convergence in the earlier year in the winter. So every 6 months that we're gonna have a good live event to interact with fans and showcase a lot of stuff that's going on within the community.
Exactly. 2014 is gonna be great. And on that note,
hopefully gonna kick off 2014 with a bang.
Yeah.
I do have to go really soon.
Then we're gonna actually keep this going for a few minutes now that LJ is here. However, you can go ahead.
So LJ is here. All right. Cool. One last thing. That's one thing we really want for 2014 that we can do ourselves is to get the fans a lot more involved. So we're gonna set that website up, and if you guys have anything fan series, art, fan fiction, whatever you have,
the Steam group too.
Yeah. The Steam group too, because we've gotten a lot more games from that ever since the Steam sale got started. To do more community events.
Like Magic.
So we will be doing that. Exactly. Magica, we got what was the one? Awesome Knots, we've got Dota 2, we got really into Dota 2. Age of Empires, a lot of stuff. So
Left 4 Dead 2.
We want you guys to get a lot more involved in what we do. And
Civ 5.
Apply, comment more, subscribe. You can apply for guests for being a guest host. We're always open to having you guys on for at least one episode or so as a guest. All that stuff is going to be coming up in the next year, and we hope you all enjoy it.
All right, so LJ, now that you're here, awoken from your probable slumber, I'd like to get your thoughts on the year of 2013 and all the crazy stuff we did, like the Greg interview and MakutaFest and the series, and how fun you think it's been, and what comments you may have for the fans.
First of all, I'd like to excuse my probable slumber.
You were sleeping, weren't you?
No, most definitely. But you see, I had actually set my alarm clock to wake me up. Unfortunately, it did not work since I was up real late, since my sleeping pattern is so skewed, you can probably hang it over a fire like a kebab.
Kebab.
That, and I was not thoroughly reminded of this event. But anyway, okay, so 2013. 2013, for us, was awesome. Gosh, dang. I'm never going to forget this year for us, because we got to interview Greg.
Oh, yeah.
We got to talk to Greg. We got to talk to Greg
squeal.
Farshtey. I got to review 3 years of Bionicle and up my collection exponentially.
Ah, yes.
We're getting to a bunch of collaborations. So for us, 2013 was fantastic. We grew a lot. We got to expand outward greatly. We get a lot more work done on Did we talk about BioCraft?
Just mentioning that yes, it is not dead.
Wait. So how much of the gag order is released?
Only to that extent. It is not dead.
Well, sorry guys, I tried.
It
Oh well.
is not dead.
Anyway, yeah,
it
that's
is coming.
been worked on, and like the progress is amazing. I am so pumped.
Oh yeah.
So it's been fantastic. I've been very happy with 2013, which is great because 13 is an unlucky number, right, guys?
Yes.
Anyway.
Indeed.
So what was one of your other questions?
Oh, just you pretty much just answered it. How was it? What with the channel growth and we pretty much talked about three things, and that was the channel's growth, MakutaFest, and the Greg interview, and then our plans for the future. That was it.
Oh man, MakutaFest is cool.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Plans for the future. Okay. Plans for the future is to try to review more of Bionicle quicker. Next year, I hope very much so to review 2004, 2005, and at least some, if not all, of 2006. You guys are going to get a lot of LJ's Recap reviews, and you're going to love them. My other plans include sinking California, sinking Oregon and Washington. No, wait, no. No, just sinking California. Possibly sinking Florida, because no one likes Florida. Sorry if you live in Florida, you're done for. More Biocraft stuff. That is going to, you're going to have a Biocraft Christmas next year. And no, I don't mean we're going to release it next year in Biocraft Christmas. Yes. I mean, it will be around for Christmas. Okay, anyway. We're going to get Kahi fired for sure. We don't need him around anymore.
Cut the dead weight away.
Yeah, we like all weakness. He is the weakest link.
You are the weakest link. Goodbye.
Hey, what did you call him? Okay. Anyway, and then we're going to
it's a show in England.
We're gonna replace Kahi with Viper, and we're gonna have a good new year.
These are LJ's future plans.
I'm not replacing anyone.
So, yeah,
these plans suck.
You guys already talked about History of Bionicle and that like. Yeah, that's about it. That's my plans for 2014.
Alrighty.
Oh yeah, and Legends of Metru Nui. That 10th anniversary that's coming up next year. Don't forget about it.
Oh yeah, we'll do it. I forgot to mention the Mask of Light review we did. That was fun.
Good gun. Yeah, no review. Don't you mean shark feeding frenzy?
Down. If we did like
in a bin there.
If we did TTV awards, the beatdown of the year would be the Mask of Light coverage, and then like the greatest success would be the Greg Farshtey interview. Anyway, alrighty. Well,
yeah. 2013 has been great. Cheers to a new year. A new year. It's doubles a new. And, yeah. Like you said, it can only go up from here.
Thank you all for watching this New Year's special. It was quite fun. And we thank you all for following us and participating in our content, posting up and doing all this stuff.
Here's to a happy 2014.
It's been a great year. It can only go upwards from here. So I'm Messina.
I'm Vardaran.
I'm late. Also, I'm LJ.
Who doesn't deserve to be in this roll call since you're so late? And I'm Kahi.
I'm Viper.
And we thank you all for watching. Goodbye.